What is up, dreamers, and welcome to a short little episode of Mobius FF with your boy Rabbit Dagger. Welcome back, and good to see you. I hope things have been awesome with you. So haven't had a Mobius video in a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Just been working on a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. Also, this tower is pretty tough, honestly. It's a little bit tough, I'm sure. You know, some people disagree with me. They're like, oh no, it's easy, it's totally easy. But, you know, basically, to get through this tower, you're having to string along lots of chain breaks, and you have to kind of memorize certain mechanics. So this is my 65th kill going into the Adromelech Zalera node, which I feel is the hardest node in this rotation. So let me kind of talk to you about what I'm using here. I'll give you some like tower tips. You know, just as many tower tips as I can. So I did find that most of my Supremes ended up being kind of worthless here, which happens in a lot of high-level gameplay and like towers and stuff. The only Supreme is in my deck right now is actually Neo X, and it's actually it's not 100% necessary, I'll tell you. You can get through this battle, no Supremes. You could make top 500 no Supremes. There's tons of people doing it right now, including some really cool DS members, Dreamer Society members. So it is possible, but you are going to have to learn some mechanics, and you're gonna have to be very patient while you learn. And it's a tough battle, honestly. It's a tough tower. I find that I need 5 different decks. I need a different deck for every node. So I actually have like a notepad, a little text pad where I'm like scribbling my strats down for each node, and I find that to be the only way I can kind of get through this without wasting a bunch of stamina, having to restart a bunch and stuff. So these flying lobsters, this is why I bring the Neo X, is to give them a debuff. So when you have, supposedly when you have a crit buff, and I could be wrong about this, but when you have a crit buff up, these 2 flying lobster dragons will have crit resistance, and then they'll have they'll have barrier up. So it makes the fight a lot harder. So what I do is I just go ahead and bring Neo X. I know there's a lot of other strats to take that stuff off than to use Neo X, but this is what's working for me. And as you can see, we're using our Light Ranger job. Okay, so sorry, let me go through these cards really quick. I know you can't really see it, but Diamond Flash to generate orbs. I'm using the Light Ranger Jaw Himiko for basically damage and red bar. It's a pretty godly card, honestly. As you can see, I'm doing work with it. And then this is where it gets really tough. So you're fighting the Adromelech, and then you're fighting Zalera at the same time, which is all sorts of fun. So as you know, when you fight a Adromelech, he puts a gold shield on his partner, so you can't touch Zalera. You're gonna have to tank, which is a lot of fun. So basically, you need a strong dark tank for this, or you need some excellent strats to. You basically need a strong dark tank for this. So everybody who did the Heretical Knight Hall of Fame is going to be very happy in this tower. It's actually kind of a necessity. So my strat for getting through this is since I'm using Diamond Flash, it gives you dark resistance, as you can see down there. So the only good tank I have right now, you guys, is a Paladin. So what I'm doing is I dark resisted out my Paladin, and here it is. Here's my Paladin with the Cloud Skin on top. There you see the 5 stacks of resist dark. So that I'm basically giving myself ghetto dark drives. I go ahead and pop a Tyro here, and I'm hitting a Adromelech so that I can try to keep my flash break on Zalera. Although you'll see later, I end up hitting Zalera anyway and ruining the flash break, which isn't a huge deal for this level of gameplay. But as you can see, I took a huge hit from Zalera there, barely survived it. Hit me with the gravity, hit me with I think it was just a swipe. Took pretty much all my life. So yeah, and my other deck, So in my tanks deck, I've got Bismarck. I've got, I forget which one that is. That's Ultima Weapon. The one that does an AoE sleep. I love that card. And then I'm using Tyro, and then I have Luna Freya. So 2 walls to get through. And, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And it's hard to explain, too. It's kind of hard for me to explain what you have to do. But basically, you have to sleep Zalera. No, I'm sorry. You have to stun lock Zalera, but then you have to put his buddy. You have to put a Dromalic to sleep, and then you have to switch back into your job to kill. So you'll kind of see it all get played out here. But yeah, it is kind of strange, and it's not an easy task. I'm sure there's better ways to do it. Like, it is basically a Light of Hope meta right now. And like, if you see all the top tower climbers, they're all using Lights of Hope. It's a really strong card. Very, 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 very strong. And, I mean, basically, it's godly for charging ults, so pretty much you need, and the thing is, you need your ults for this battle, for this tower, so it's pretty tough. If you don't have that, then I'm thinking you would probably need one of the better breakers in the game, so you need, like, at least a Sarah job to use so that you can get some breaks on. Because, wow, it is tough to break. But as you can see, I'm using my light. I'm using the Himiko card to break down the bar, and I'm using my ults to break. And it's not easy. It's definitely not easy, but I get a couple of clutch breaks in there. And then you just keep doing as much damage as you can with the Himiko card when you get your breaks on. So, I know it's not the best strat. It's not the most impressive strat, but I did think that it was at least it's a viable strat, I would think, for most people, or for some people. I guess not most people, but there's very few Supremes in the car. Actually, I mean, there's 3 rainbows total, but 2 of those rainbows are skins. So hopefully this is kind of helpful for you guys. I'm sorry if it's not. Towers are very hard to make guides for and tips because they only last for a week, and for me, if I'm grinding tower, then it's kind of taking up a lot of time, and I usually can't make guides and grind the tower and stay top 500 in the same weeks, so that's why you guys see me kind of not make as much content during the tower time. But I will say, I may not be climbing towers as much anymore, just because it's getting kind of time consuming. The rewards aren't all that great. I don't know. It was different when they were giving us like the Magicite per rotation and stuff. Tower's always fun though. I will probably still climb it for fun, but I'm probably not gonna try to stay top 500 anymore. It's just getting too time consuming for right now. But you know, I think I say that like every month, and then I end up climbing the tower the next month. I don't know. It's just fun. It's just fun to me. But as you can see here, we got everything really low. We weren't able to kill it during the break, but we ended up killing it after the break. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. If it was, definitely leave a thumbs up. Love you guys. Take it easy. Take care of yourselves. Best of luck to you, and I'll catch you all later.